What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my living room and another practice video. I wanted to answer some questions really fast before I started practicing and give some shout outs. So first shout out is to Make America Great Again 04. Again, the very first comment and within the hour of me posting. So hello, thanks for commenting. You're much appreciated. And another comment from Anne Reinhardt 5293. I'm so sorry if I say your name's wrong. I'm so sorry. I'm so excited you're starting to focus on the violin again. That's kind of, honestly, that's me too. Like, I was playing the violin for so long and I had a baby and then I kind of stopped practicing and now I'm starting to focus on the violin again, which is so fun. So you and me are in this together. And then Anne asked, what kind of shoulder rest do you use? So I use, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can set this here and that will stay. I have a Kuhn shoulder rest. This is a very old Kuhn shoulder rest. It's the Kuhn Bravo. Honestly, I think I've had this shoulder rest for the same exact shoulder rest probably for like 10 years. I might have replaced the feet a few years back. I don't really remember, but I have had the shoulder rest for a very, very long time and I love it. If you're looking for a shoulder rest, I highly recommend Kuhn. You don't have to get the Kuhn Bravo. The Bravo Kuhn just basically is the one that has the wood on the inside of it. You don't have to get that. I upgraded to the Kuhn Bravo when I was doing like competitions and stuff like that because it's supposed to make your violin like more resonant because it's not like the wood is helping your violin project more. I don't think it makes that much of a difference. I don't think I've honestly noticed it, but it looks pretty, so but there's lots of options. I love the Kuhn shoulder rests. Those are probably my favorite. I would say the Everest shoulder rests are my second favorite. They're just a little bit clunkier, and I would think those ones would, if you're worried about resonance, definitely muffle the resonance a little bit more because they are a lot. The feet are a lot bigger. Anyways, that's what I use, and I absolutely love it. And like I said, been using that forever, forever and ever. And also Ryan Stelzner 8666. That's a lot of sixes. When did you learn how to play the violin? I started the violin when I was 2 years old and do not even remember ever not playing the violin. I've literally played violin my entire life and love it. And how young can you, the other question Ryan has is, how young can your kids start taking lessons? Well, I started when I was 2 and I have a little 1-year-old and I'm starting him, like I'm teaching him lessons. I don't think I would bring him to somebody to teach lessons to learn. Like he doesn't even really walk yet. Like he's walking, but he doesn't prefer to walk. So I would wait until they're standing, walking, comfortable being able to stand and understand not to put things into their mouth. So I'm kind of waiting for that. So I personally will probably teach him for the first year. And then after that, I might bring him to another teacher. I love teaching young students, but sometimes it's just helpful to have another voice in your child's life. So we'll see. That's kind of the plan for right now. I might teach him the whole time. Who knows? But he is learning the violin. I'm very excited about that. Okay, we're going to start on our practicing. Oh my goodness. I did not get all my books here before I started the video. Hold on one second. Let me find them. Okay, they're right here. We're good. Oh my gosh. I was like, I didn't prepare for this. I'm so sorry. I just started recording. I was like, I gotta practice. Let's do it now. I will not lie. Today is Sunday night, and I definitely told my husband, I was like, I don't feel like practicing tonight, but we have committed to practicing, and so we are going to practice. So we're here. We're here practicing. And because it's a new week, because it's Sunday, I like to switch up, well, at least my plan for right now is to switch up my practicing, like the specific things I'm focusing on every single week. So we are now going to be doing the C major scale instead of the B flat major scale. So also I got a new mic, so hopefully you can hear me better and hopefully my violin sounds better as well. Let me know what you think and if it actually helps or not. Otherwise, let's start with the C major scale. My fingers are still feeling very stiff, so we're going to focus today. I'm actually going to do some vibrato practice today, just getting my fingers moving better. So let's start on the C major scale. We're going by 4. Doing scales, you want to be very specific about intonation, and I've definitely noticed in the last 2, or maybe it's just mostly yesterday, I let my intonation slip on my scales a little bit more than I want to. So I'm going to take this scale 1 note at a time. It's quite boring and tedious to do a scale 1 note at a time because it's a lot of notes and doing 1 note at a time. And if a note is out of tune, you want to go back and then practice getting to that note again, and then go back and practice getting to that note again. So you're doing it like again and again. So it's very tedious and it's very, you have to stay focused for a lot of notes, but we're going to do it because I need my ear to be very, very present today. Actually not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. That was much better. So now we're going to slur by 2. worse and worse. I gotta practice that shift down. I messed it up multiple times. Now I'm going to try making the shifts fast. That's much better. Another thing, when you're practicing intonation, you want to make sure that you're actually playing fairly softly and gently with your bow. If you're practicing intonation really harsh, the amount of pressure you're putting on your bow as you're playing can actually alter the pitch of the note. So you're not getting a true intonation, you're getting an altered pitch because of how much you're pressing with your bow. So you want to practice intonation very softly. I wasn't practicing it as softly as I should have been just now, but you do want to practice it fairly softly when you're doing those. Okay, we're going to do one up, up in one bow and down in another bow one more time, seeing if I can get it much better in tune. And actually do it like properly, saving my bow. Oh my gosh. Felt better. We're just gonna go for kicks and giggles. We're gonna go all the way up, all the way down. Oh my gosh. Okay. Whew. I was feeling actually better about that intonation until I got to really fast notes, and then I was like, there goes my intonation, just flying out the window. Okay. We are gonna do this week. I'm trying to think as far as fast fingers, what I want to practice. Something sometimes I just don't figure it out until later. I think for fast fingers this week, honestly, we're not gonna do Schradik. I think I'm actually gonna do some of my Kreutzer, because I was practicing Kreutzer number 1. I'm so sorry. Keep burping. I was practicing Kreutzer number 1 last week, and I think I might practice Kreutzer number. Ooh, there's so many good ones in here. Said no one ever. Sorry, I'm just looking at the book, thinking of what I'm going to practice. I think we're going to practice Kreutzer number 9. Kreutzer number 9 is quite similar to Schradik, but on a much harder scale of Schradik. Schradik is something that I have my students, like, it kind of doesn't matter what level you're at. If you can play all the fingers on your on the string, you can play Schradik, and it's actually really important to practice Schradik because Schradik is so good about making your fingers actually move faster, and it teaches you saving your bow and how to distribute your bow at the same time. I think Schradik is like such an incredible tool to use to learn how to play faster and how to also really divide your bow properly. It's like bow control. So that's Schradik. On a whole other level, you have Kreutzer number 9, where there is, it's like a lot of the similar fast finger situations, but you're in different positions, and there's a lot more variation. So all that being said, we're gonna practice Kreutzer number 9. I think I'm gonna put a metronome on with this. I haven't played this one in so long, so I'm not 100% sure what tempo I'm gonna put this at. Metronome. And when I use a metronome on my computer, I would usually use a metronome on my phone. I think I've talked about this, but because y'all are on my phone, I literally just Google metronome and it pops up super easy. I'm sure it's like 60. Oh, it's faster than that. Okay, great. All right, so I have it set at, let's go to 70. Okay, so this is 70. I have my metronome set at 70. That's where we're gonna practice this at. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I missed a B flat at the end there. I was considering halfway through, I was like, do I keep going? Because my fingers were very, very sore. But I'm glad I played that whole thing because it's just building those muscles. Sometimes you have to be really careful if you're playing something like this and your hand starts to cramp up. Like, just, it's better just to stop. That's actually why there's those little like rests. Is it's like, this is a place that you can stop or you can keep going or whatever you feel like for your hand. And you can practice like the little different sections. I just went for the whole thing. Which definitely made my hand very tight. Honestly, it's supposed to go a lot faster too, I believe, back when I was playing it. Something faster. Now my fingers are extremely, like, my whole hand is very tight though. So I can't really play that super good. Okay, next thing we're gonna practice is I'm going to practice some vibrato, just to loosen up my hand. And I think when I play vibrato, there's different ways to practice vibrato, so that's kind of what I'm like working through in my brain right now. I could practice vibrato by playing, like by running it through with, what's it called? A metronome. But I think I'm actually just going to let my hand be free for a little bit. So another way to do it is to set a timer and to practice your vibrato for like each finger for like a minute or something like that. So let's see if I can find, again, I would usually, oh wait, I wonder if I can use my watch. Oh my goodness, we're gonna use my watch to set a timer. We're gonna do all my fingers, every single finger for 1 minute. And I'm gonna use my watch to set that timer. We're gonna see how this goes because, oh my goodness, my fingers might be sore by the end of it. Okay, here we go. So vibrato, we're gonna practice my first finger first, 1 minute. And I want it just a really steady, consistent vibrato. It doesn't have to be super fast, but you don't want it to be super slow. And there's time. And do it again. Here we have another minute. For our second finger. This is probably my favorite finger is number 2. I think it just sounds the prettiest. It's feeling very nice and loose today, which is so nice. Restructure. Keep it moving. Trying not to let everything tense up when it's getting hard. And time. Finger number 3. I also love third finger vibrato, honestly. I think that's another finger that moves easily, sounds beautiful. These are very slow vibratos. I'm not doing anything crazy. Just trying to keep my hand consistent and moving the whole time. It's never stopping. My bow is the one I'm not doing a very smooth bow. So my bow is the one that's making it move so much. But that's it. then there's time. And now on my fourth finger, we're just gonna do, 30 seconds. Well, man, if I can do a minute, I might do a minute, but let's see how we go. My pinky is the only one that I can't do wrist vibrato, so if you look, I'm doing an arm vibrato here. I don't know why. I can't fix it. I've tried. If anybody has any tips out there, I would take them. This is where we are. Just practicing my vibrato. Oh my gosh, we're at 15 seconds left. What? I made it a minute on my pinky. I'm so impressed. Oh, and that's time. We did it. And that's all I'm going to do for vibrato today. It's good just to keep those fingers moving and practice a little bit of vibrato. So that's all I'm going to do for that. Okay, cool. So we're not gonna, or we did do Kreutzer. I do want to practice Schraddick shifting. And because it's the start of a new week, we are going to practice now, instead of we were doing shifting by thirds, now we're going to do shifting by fourths. Or seconds. Gosh, you know what? We might jump back. We might jump back to the beginning and do shifting by seconds, just to get our shifting, because I was feeling like the shifting by third was getting pretty sketchy, honestly. So we're gonna go back, we're gonna establish a little bit more of a baseline, and we're gonna do shifting by a second. Okay? Bada bing, bada boom. Let's do it. And we're gonna start on the G. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Sevcik. Did I say Schraddick? Sevcik. We're doing Sevcik shifting. Okay. So sketchy when you get to the top. And D. Number 5 is G. One. I was like, where does it start? And that's Schratic. Oh my gosh. My hand is seriously feeling so much better today. This is great. All right, we're gonna do a Bach. We're not gonna do the one we were doing before. We're gonna do a different one. We're going to do sonata number 2. No. Partita. We're going to do Partita number 2 in D minor. I do love this one a lot. Just the first movement. No repeats. I am printing out my the what's it called that I want to do? Mozart Concerto number 4, the D major one. Just to kind of, that's going to be my prep concerto, getting back into shape and everything. And I'm printing that tomorrow. So I meant to print it today, meant to print it yesterday, and then today, and then whatever. We're printing it tomorrow. So we will have that. Okay, here we go. The Alamonda. winning any competitions over here, but that was fun to play. All right, excuse me. Thank you guys all for being here and for being here on my practice days, because it really, really helps me to be consistent with my practice if I know I have to post a video about it. So it's been helping me a ton. Well, I also hope this mic makes it sound just so much better, and all the things. So again, if you have any questions, post them in the comments, and I would love to answer them in the next video tomorrow. So I will see you guys then. See you tomorrow. Bye.